Hello everyone, my name is Brahim ILARZEG. This is a picture of me. Our topic is teaching reading. I'm gonna talk about the last part of our topic, which is reason of reading. First of all, I would like to thank our supervisor, Mr. Youssef TAMER, for his kindness and for giving us the opportunity to work with him. I also would like to thank all the people who have helped us during our research, either by providing us with some resources or by giving us some beneficial pieces of advice. First, we will look at the table of content. I've divided my presentation into three sections. First, introduction. Second, reason of reading. And last and third, conclusion. In reason of reading, we have 2 points: pleasurable. Why read for pleasure? Building reading for pleasure into teaching and learning. Instrumental. Reading fluency. Fluency training. Let's go to the introduction. In the past years, the use of the television and the internet has increased. This situation has caused many people to change their likes and the way that they enjoy their free time. Because of television and the internet, many people spend less time reading, but now this situation has been changed for many reasons. First reason, pleasurable. Reading for pleasure means any reading that is primarily for enjoyment. It encompasses a wide range of genres and publication and includes both fiction as poetry, novels, short story, scripts, and non-fiction as references books, biographies, newspaper, magazine, website. For example, gardening or cookery books can be read as an instruction text in order to carry out specific tasks, but can also be read purely for pleasure. Similarly, fiction is often considered to be read for pleasure, but may also be read for academic study. Reading for pleasure is no longer restricted to the printed word, but increasingly includes online reading, whether on a website or via an e-reader such as a Kindle. Now let's move to the second point: why we read for pleasure. Reading is a skill that becomes better with practice. Reading for pleasure is critical for ensuring the practice needed to become fluent becomes part of the learner's everyday life, and it's not just seen as a classroom-based activity. There are a range of benefits gained from reading for pleasure. It increases sense of achievement, confidence, self-esteem, and self-awareness. It widens horizons. You can do it anywhere. It develops relationships and promotes inclusion and empathy through sharing opinion and ideas. It prevents boredom and promotes relaxation. The next headline is building reading for pleasure into teaching and learning. Teachers can encourage reading for pleasure as part of literacy classes by scheduling specific class time for talking about reading for pleasure and using explicit strategy to develop reading, such as show the value regular attendance by encouraging learners to take a responsibility for their own learning, encourage learning to do homework and other related activity, limit the time spent in the classroom working alone in favor of more active lecture and other grouping, offer opportunities for pairs work. Now, I think you have or you get a clear idea or a good understanding of what I say. I hope that, right? Okay, so let me move on to the second reason of reading, which is instrumental. Reading is hard for some people and it can take time Reading is a process of the brain where you look at symbols on a page and your mind sees the patterns of characters and understands the meaning in them. For that, many students try hard to gain the ability to read fluently and understand better what they read. So, what does it mean reading fluency and how can we read fluently? Reading fluency can be defined as reading fast with good comprehension and adjusting the reading rate to suit the purpose of reading. Reading fluency does not refer to all reading because it is possible for someone to read a passage aloud fluently and not comprehend it at all. Fluency is a silent reading, promotes improved comprehension by allowing the student to read for ideas rather than for individual words. So let's see now how can we read fluently. It's obviously by practicing or by fluency training. Fluency training should include practice with timed reading passages followed by comprehension questions. Lessons in such skills as scanning and skimming that help students learn how to move their eyes quickly and purposefully over a text. Opportunities for large quantities of extensive reading. And that's bring me to the end of my presentation. Let me give you a short summary of what I've been talking about over the last 5 minutes. A conclusion. Reading is not only a source of information and a pleasurable activity, but also as a means of consolidation and extending one's knowledge of the language. Reading is very necessary to widen the mind and gain an understanding of the foreign culture. Lastly, good reading texts can introduce interesting topics, stimulate discussion, excite imaginative responses. Well, I think that's about it. I want to thank you once again for your attention, and I hope that I did well, and I do apologize about the voice if it's not clear enough. Thank you.